we're going to talk about oranges and their relationship to cardiovascular conditions. Scientists recently studied the benefits of orange peels, and what they found will surprise you. In this video, we will break down this study, and it turns out something as simple as orange peels may protect against a common condition. But it isn't that simple. Only a particular part of the orange peel is effective. If you don't like being spoon-fed your news, this channel is for you. We break down one study at a time. Stay informed and stay curious. I love this type of study because the inherent risk of the proposed active ingredient is pretty low. There is no such thing as no risk. But orange peels? The risk is pretty low. When I first started looking into this study, I thought it would be a simple one to cover. But wow, was I mistaken? There is much to learn and discuss here, and perhaps even a warning about a common sports drink ingredient. As a bonus, I am including an easy way for you at home to create a polar extract similar to the one used in the study. Let's start with the basics. We know from prior research, certain strains of gut bacteria can mess with your heart by producing compounds called TMA and TMAO during digestion. Higher levels of these compounds have been shown to predict future heart issues. Researchers at the Cleveland Clinic investigated if orange peel can reduce TMAO production. This study compared two specific components of the orange peel polar extract and orange peel nonpolar extract. And a big surprise. It turns out one is more beneficial than the other. The orange peel polar extract is typically water-soluble, meaning it dissolves well in water-based solvents. On the other hand, the orange peel nonpolar extract is oil-soluble, which means it dissolves better oil-based solvents. So, which is more effective? Or are both equally effective? Or is it something completely unexpected? Let's find out. Let's break down the study. We know that TMA leads to the formation of TMAO, and high levels of TMAO have been linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease and other health issues, including high blood pressure. This study compared polar and nonpolar orange fractions on the inhibitory effects of TMA and TMAO. Polar and nonpolar in this case simply means water-soluble and oil-soluble. Researchers looked at these effects both in living organisms and in a lab setting. Along with control groups, one group of rats was fed L-carnitine plus orange peel polar fraction, and the other group was fed L-carnitine plus orange peel non-polar fraction. This diet went on for 6 weeks. L-carnitine was chosen for this study because it serves as a precursor for TMO production. TMO is linked to impaired cardiovascular health. L-carnitine is a nutrient found in red meat and many sports drinks. We'll talk more about this later, so hold your questions on this. After 6 weeks, the research demonstrated that the polar orange peel fraction was more effective at regulating markers related to heart disease. The results showed that this part of the orange peels effectively stopped the production of harmful chemicals. Truly a breakthrough finding. But why is this happening? The study found that the polar orange peel extract can influence both enzymes and the expression of a gene. Let's break it down. Let's look first at enzymes, and then we will examine genes. It turns out a particular part of the polar extract of the orange peel called ferrolyl putrescine was the effective player. Ferrolyl putrescine was found to significantly inhibit the enzymes responsible for TMA production and its subsequent conversion to TMAO. Specifically, ferrolyl putrescine inhibited the CNTA and CNTB enzymes. It is these enzymes that facilitate the conversion of L-carnitine into TMA, which then contributes to TMAO production in the body. Again, TMAO is a compound linked to cardiovascular disease. Before we break it down more, please take the time to subscribe, like and share. Help us to shape a channel and community for curious minds. Now let's continue and take a look at the gene involved. The FMO3 gene encodes the FMO3 enzyme, which is responsible for converting TMA into TMAO. The orange peel polar extract was found to lower the expression of this FMO3 gene, meaning that less FMO3 enzyme is produced. As a result, less TMA is converted into TMAO, leading to reduced levels of TMAO in the body. These findings highlight ferrolyl L-putricine's potential health benefits, particularly in reducing the risk of heart disease. It is the orange peel. Polar extract has a high level of this compound. So that is a lot of information. I hope you learned something new. If you are interested in high blood pressure research, check out my video on the relationship between high blood pressure and coffee. At this point, let's take a break. I have a special bonus for you for sticking with us through some pretty detailed information. While doing a precise polar extraction like this scientific study is complex, you can try a simplified version at home. Here's a basic way to extract polar and non-polar compounds from orange peels using common household items. Remember, this is not for therapy or to treat any health condition. I also wanted to mention that although this study did not mention hypertension specifically, this is a condition that has been shown to be associated with TMOA. I will reference a study on this in the description. Perhaps the more natural alternative might be the better choice, but it is impossible to know due to the lack of governing and research. One definite advantage of pharmaceuticals is their accuracy. For the most part, when you take a regulated drug, you know what you're getting. But that doesn't mean we should disregard natural remedies entirely. By the way, throw the baby out with the bathwater is such a terrible saying. Let me know in the comments if you have a better analogy. Of course, there are other ways to rid the stomach of enzymes, but often drastic measures negatively alter the gut microbiota composition. It appears that this component of the orange peel does not have that negative effect. Truly amazing information. Before we conclude, I would like again to ask you to like and subscribe. Also, we would value your comments. We consider this channel an opportunity for the community. Every year, the orange juice industry in the US produces millions of tons of orange peels. In Florida, about half of the peels are used for cattle feed, while the rest goes to waste. These discarded peels could become a valuable health-promoting ingredient, potentially as a supplement or a food additive. How about that? An effective and safe remedy for a common health problem, using an ingredient the FDA already considers safe. I hope to see more research behind this idea. I have long used clean orange peels in my tea, so here's to hoping for health and longevity. This information in this video is not medical advice and is for entertainment and education purposes only. We are lay people interested in journalism and the sciences. We are not responsible for incorrect information. We are grateful for this research and encourage you to visit the original study for more information.